Alright, so today we're going to be doing What If Deku with the Player Part 1. So, if you don't, I need to make a few announcements. I'm discontinuing What If Deku had Lucius Geass as a quick part. I'm discontinuing that What If for now. But if you want me to, at the end, when I finish with What If, I could continue that one. So, what I mean by player, I mean by solo leveling, you become a player and you level up and become stronger and stuff. So this is gonna take place when Deku's like, I don't know, like 8 years old, because if he was like 4 years old, like he wouldn't understand the game system or the mechanics of the game. So like he's 8 years old. That's why he can understand it better. So like he's like walking from elementary school. Wait. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's walking from elementary school because let's just say his mom. Let's just say this is Deku's first time walking home by himself because he's 8 years old and he's in like, I don't know, first or second grade. So yeah, so he walks home. And then let's just say like the sludge villain like was like got him like earlier. And he was going down the tunnel and stuff. Going to the tunnel, let's say his school is like almost the same place as his middle school is. So he goes down the tunnel, and he goes down like the tunnel, and the sludge villain gets him, and then Deku tries to fight back, but he can't. And like he's like, I'm gonna die, and I can't breathe, and he's like crying, and then the sludge villain about to like, I got you now, kid, and then All Might came in, and then like this is All Might. So this is All Might like before like 4 years, well, not 4 years earlier, 6 years earlier. So he's like 6 years younger. So he's like more powerful. So he's All Might's like, did you? All Might's like, Texas Smash, and then he hits a sludge villain, but he knocks out Deku too. So All Might wakes Deku up, and then Deku's like, oh my god, All Might, can I get an autograph? And then All Might's like, why is a kid like you out going home by yourself so late? And then Deku's like, this is my first time going home by myself. So then All Might says, I'll sign your notebook right now. So then he signs. So All Might signs Deku's notebook, and then Deku's happy, and he's like, yay! All Might signed my notebook. I'll cherish this forever. And then All Might's about to leave, and he's almost like, farewell, citizen. And then Deku's like, what? I have one more question to ask you. So he grabs on All Might's leg, and then the same thing happens in the original. And then Deku says, can I be a hero without a quick? And then All Might says, no, kid, I'm afraid not. Without a quick, you can't fight villains, or it protects, or even be a rescue hero. You could be a police officer. It's good that you want to be a hero, but it's good that you want to be a hero, kid, but you have to be realistic. So like, All Might is not in his inflated form because this is 6 years earlier. So he's like, he has more like time in his buff form. So yeah, so like then All Might like jumped away with this like, but like, and then Deku's crying, is like, hey, All Might told me I can't be a hero, and he's crying, and then he's like leaving, he's going home, and then he's like, at least I could finally find a realistic dream for myself. And then he was out to walk home, and then he sees a bunch of, then he sees sludge, then he sees the sludge villain again, right down the kid, and then Deku was like, what? Who's that kid? And then Deku was like, also the sludge villain. All Might dropped the sludge villain battle, and then the sludge villain went to battle, and then Deku was running. It's like, if only I had one more chance. So then he says this. It taps right next to him when he's looking at it, and then he's like, and it says, you gained an achievement, Courage of the Weak. Do you want to be a player? And then Deku accepts it, and then Deku's like, I don't know what's going on, and then he becomes a player. So a big spoke of light appears when Deku was accept, and then the sludge villain destroyed. Everything's destroyed. Kind of like what happened to the main character Jinwoo in Solo Leveling. So then everyone was shocked. He's like, "What? Is this the kid's quick?" All Might was gonna step when All Might was about to step in. That happened. All Might was like, that kid may be powerful after all. So then Deku, after a few like minutes, well, not a few minutes, like a lot of minutes passed, like 10 or 20 minutes, and then Deku finally wakes up, and then he's like, "What happened? I can't really remember." So at the time, he's at the hospital, and they're like, "You're currently fine. You will be discharged. You will be discharged soon. We need to find you're quick." Because they heard about like the light they heard about the explosion that happened, and they think that explosion is quick. And then Bakugo got angry, and then Bakugo was like, "That damn nerd saved me, and he has a quick. He didn't tell me about his quick." So Bakugo's extremely mad, and then when the nurses left, and the doctor and the nurse left, the Bakugo Zuko's mom was like looking at Deku, and it's like, "Deku, are you okay?" And then Deku sends a heel. He's like, "Do you see what's right next to me?" And then Deku looks. Then Zuko's mom looking at him, and he's like, Zuko's mom, "Did you damage your head, Zuko? Oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you. From now on, I'll pick you up by myself." And then like Deku was like, Deku was like, "I guess she can't see it." So then on the screen it says, "To prepare to become stronger," and then it says 100 push-ups, 100 kills, 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, and a 10-kilometer run. So then Deku was like, "Guess I have to do it." So he does it, and then like he's very tired. He's like, "I'm so tired. I never worked out in my life." And then Baku came in, and Baku was like, "What are you doing, you nerd? Working out? You'll never be a hero because you're quirkless." And then Deku was like, "Hey, Kachan." And then Baku goes to doesn't really bully Deku. Like at this time, he just teases him a little bit and stuff. But Deku's kind of funny with Baku teasing him and stuff. So then Deku says, "See you later, Kachan. I'm gonna go sleep." And then Deku's like, "Good night, Kachan." And then he goes to bed, and then Bakugo in anger leaves and slams the door. So then a few hours later, Deku wakes up. Like a few hours later, Deku wakes up, but it's morning already. And then Deku like, "Did I sleep too much?" Then he gets up again, and then it says the workout again. So then he does it. And then a few months later, he gets discharged from the hospital. But a few months later, he gets more taller, and he looks like he's he looks like a young adult basically. Yeah, he looks like a young adult. So you know how Captain America looks like after he got the super soldier serum. That's what Deku basically looks like right now. Everyone's shocked, and he's like, and everyone's like, "Who are you, sir?" And then Deku's like, "My name is Zuko Midoriya." And then they're like, "That's impossible. You were a little boy." And then they're like, "Oh no, I just waked out." And then they were dumbfounded that waking out could get you tall and get you so tall and ripped for a few months. So then they were like, you could leave the hospital now. And then Deku's like, "Okay." So then he gets up, and then he gets out of this super fast because he's doing the 10-kilometer. He does the 10-kilometer run for a few months and stuff. So then he leaves, and then it pops up on the screen, and then the reward he's he didn't notice, but there were rewards, and then he looked at them, and they were the key for the dungeon. So the key for the dungeon, and then Deku's like, "Wait, what's a dungeon?" So then Deku, we wanted to check this out. So like wanted to check the dungeon out. So like he went to the like I don't know, like yeah, the C rank, no, not the C rank dungeon. I think it was D rank or E rank probably. I think it was like a like D rank. I think it was a D rank dungeon. And then Deku went to the D rank dungeon, but like he had to think of an excuse to go, and then like he was thinking, and then it was like almost the end of school and stuff. So like and then Azuko was like, Deku was like telling his mom, Deku was like, oh I gotta go, I gotta do something, I'm gonna come home late, okay? And then Deku mom like, okay Zuko, because Deku mom trusts him because he looks how ripped Deku is, and he notices that Deku is pretty strong now because he won super fast, and he could lift 100 pounds now, which like he could. There's Deku before that he could have even lift like 10 pounds because he was only 8 years old. Now he could lift over 100 pounds, so he's pretty strong. So like Deku so then like Deku doesn't get one for all. Yeah, Deku doesn't get one for all because because All Might couldn't give him to him at that time because he would have to go to the hospital and stuff. So he decided to give one for all to like Bakugo. Yeah, to Bakugo. So then Deku goes to the dungeon, like he goes and then he opens it. He just takes the key out and then he opens to the dungeon and he gets teleported, and Deku's like, huh, what's happening? And then he gets teleported to the dungeon, and then he sees like lots of tigers, and then he's like, tigers? Am I gonna have to fight the tigers? So then he begins to fight the tigers. So like he punched the tigers and kicked the tigers. But since he didn't have a sword, he didn't have like a sword like Jinwoo does, he had to try more harder to punch and kick and stuff. So that was after he did he did a few white tigers, but like no. Then Deku's fighting the one white tiger, and Deku's like, no, I can't give up. And then Deku's like, I have to be a hero. So then he charged up a punch, and then he punched the white tiger in the face, blowing it up. And then he got like 3 level ups, and now Deku's level 5. No, not level 5. No, level 4. And then Deku I could level up. And then he trains and trains, like, he fights and fights. So then he punches like the tigers over and over again, and then he finally gets to the boss after like hours of grinding on the white tigers. Like he leveled up, like he's like level 10 by now, and then like he puts like most of his points on like strength. So like he has like 10 points on not 10 points, 20 points on strength, like 50, not 50 strength, like 10 on agility, in intelligence, vitality, probably 15 on vitality. So and then on agility he put like 10 on agility. So he's pretty fast, pretty intelligent, and pretty durable, and pretty strong. So he punches, like he's like, oh, I have to think of a strategy. I can't destroy his thick skin, so I have to crush it. So then he begins to choke the snake, and then he begins to crush the snake, and the snake begins to bleed, and then Deku's like, I'm gonna win, and then he destroys the snake, and then he leveled up. He was like, it was like level up, and level up. So he leveled up 3 times again, and then he got level 1. It was like the tiger fang dagger. Yeah, the tiger fang dagger. And then he got fangs, and he didn't know what to do with them. So then it says, do you want to sell the fangs? And then he said yes. And he said yes. And Nick was like, I don't know what I'll sell this for. And then when he sold it, he got gold in his hands. And he's like, gold? I'm gonna go and sell this later. So then Deku equips the tiger fang dagger, and then he's like, this weapon's pretty strong. It has plus 10 strength and 10 plus 10 agility. So then he's like, is that how the dungeon's like? Wow, that's pretty. I could get pretty strong on this dungeon. So then he does his training again, and then he throws. He throws like like he comes back, but he's all bruised up, and Izuku's mom is like, "What happened to you, Izuku? Did you get in a fight? Why did you get in a fight?" And then Izuku's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I was just training." And then Izuku's like, "Oh, okay then." So then Deku couldn't go to school for like a week because he had to go to the hospital. No, not a week. He didn't go to school for like a few months. So like the next year at the school, that like everyone saw Deku and they're like, "Who is this guy?" And then like they're like, "It can't be Deku. No, Deku is like so short. Now he has muscles and is taller than all of us." So now like everyone admires Deku, but they like kind of think he's quickless until Deku's like, how about I'm gonna show you. And then he like takes out like, he like moves at super fast speeds, and then Deku went outside and picked up a boulder because he upgraded his strength. So like the next year at this I forgot to mention this, but Deku took the title of Wolf Slayer, which gives him an advantage against the beast type monsters. So Deku trains and goes to the dungeon each day. Yeah, he goes to the dungeon each day, and then he encounters the S rank dungeon, and then Deku's like, the S rank dungeon. Last I went to a D rank dungeon. Let's see what an S rank dungeon is like. And then Deku Deku only managed to kill one of the monsters, like one of the demons in the dungeon, and then Deku's like, I can't go on. I could use the Heartstone, but I need to kill a few more. So like he leveled up like 2 times, and then Deku's current level is level 18. Well, yeah, level 18. So he knows about the part about his knife, about being paralyzed, about having to be like the knife being able to paralyze people and make people bleed. So like Deku, he doesn't really know how to use it on people because people are much more intelligent than the monsters. So like he's gonna have to learn that in the future when he fights the villains in the USJ attack. So I'm gonna leave this off right now. I'm gonna leave this off today, right now. So if you want me to continue this, then you could probably like this video. Give me at least 20 likes because then I could continue this. So yeah, if you like this, please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, bye.